All right, here's a little vlog of just some more updates. What's going on for Sienna and a couple other things. Are you trying to tell me something? Are you trying to tell me something? Huh? I forgot to film this little bit. That's why it's darker outside right now, so that's why it's darker. But anyway, it's about when I took Sienna to the vet. It was a little bit of a surprise to see something behind the counter at the front desk. Yes, a chicken. A very pretty chicken. It's naturally all gray. She had dyed the tail purple. It's her only chicken. It's her pet. And it just wanders around in the, behind the desk there. I didn't see any droppings. I was kind of wondering, okay, I don't think you can house train a chicken. I do like chickens. I grew up with chickens, and I had a pet rooster years ago. I had a few chickens when I moved up here to where I live now. I had 6 at that time. I would like to have chickens again. I just don't get around to it. It's just one more thing. And then I think, what if they get in my garden and mess it all up? But I probably will one day, because I do like chickens. Just not used to seeing them behind the counter. Sienna is 11 weeks old today, Monday the 22nd of September, so it was time to bring her to the vet and get that second shot for parvo. Well, my little stinker was a complete pro here at the vet. I'm very proud of her. She was so calm. I could believe it. She's never been anywhere. So, got her shot, and now I can take her places. I can start getting used to things, so that's good. You're a good girl. Yes, you were. You were a good girl. It is that time of year again for me when I have to get all my usual exams. And I started it off this year with one that, fortunately, I only have to do once every 5 years, and that is the dreaded colonoscopy. Okay, because we film everything here at Linda at her YouTube channel, I just had a colonoscopy, and Rose was kind enough to be my driver. Jake and Maddie are home, babysitting baby Sienna. I feel fine, all good, and glad to have this done for another 5 years. A colonoscopy is great. I love anesthesia. Just great. No, they put you to sleep. I wake up feeling great. So now I can't wait to eat something because I'm starving. Don't forget to go get your colonoscopies, folks. Very important. One thing that happened over this last summer is more bird drama. I had a pair of sparrows. Yeah, barn sparrows. build a nest up at my house under an underhang off the back. I have a walkout basement in back, and our studio, recording studio that we work in, is down there. And off that part of the roof, there's quite a bit of overhang. And there was an old wasp nest. And would you believe they made their nest inside of it? And then one morning I came out and I heard, well, I'd been hearing cheeping, so I knew the babies were hatched. Came out one day and there was one laying on the ground underneath. No feathers, nothing but skin. And a couple of little pin feathers, basically just hatched. Couldn't believe it because I didn't want to deal with this again. So I got out my ladder, I walked up there, and I reached in and I could feel the other baby, so I put the baby back in. I thought that was the end of it.
Okay, I see a baby. I see two babies with their mouths open. Okay. Okay, wait. Okay. I think he's okay. There's 4 in there now. And I think the one I put in there got turned around, so we'll just have to hope they don't fall out. They're just, they start moving around too much and then they fall out here. Oh, I hate this. Cross your fingers.
So the next morning I was scared to look because I thought for sure I'd see it, and I didn't. I was very happy. But then a few hours later, there it was again. So I put it back up, and its cheeping was very weak, and I did feed it. I had been feeding it every time I'd found it. And I put it back up. But I just wasn't feeling very good about it because normally the babies just make a lot of noise when the parents show up. But and you would hear that, loud cheeping of all the babies. But then I was always hearing constantly when I was out working in my garden, this tiny little weak cheep every now and then with no parents. So all I could think was, they're not feeding that little thing. The others are getting fed and they're probably not feeding that thing. So I went up and took it down and I fed it. But I noticed when I did that during that second fall, it had broken its leg. And as if it didn't have enough to deal with, no blood or anything, but the leg was going at a wonky angle. And I know you can set them, really, they heal really quickly, and I've seen that done, but I just didn't trust myself to do it. How do you hold it while you're doing that? How do you do it right? Would I mess it up more? But I put it up there. First I fed it and I put it back, and a few times during that day I kept feeding it. But then the next day I knew it wasn't being fed. There was nothing in the gullet when I would take it out. So, and then we had noticed when we took the nest down, because what had happened is the nest was getting so flimsy that at first I thought they're just falling out. And I had taken the nest down and built a cage, put the nest back in it with a better bottom, and then put it back up, and the parents took to it right away. But we took the babies out while we did that to make sure they didn't fall out, and we noticed that the other 3 were so much bigger than that little tiny one. So it obviously had been hatched late, and I guess it's just nature. After doing some research online, I saw that parents literally just throw the baby out of the nest sometimes. So I think that's literally what was happening. So, of course, I took it in and I started feeding it. I had it for about 3 days and not thinking, what was I going to do with this thing? Because I had to travel. I had to go to Minnesota. This is not what I want to be doing. I did not want to have this happen. I thought I had made it through this year without any baby bird trauma. And Rose, bless her heart, she was volunteering, to take it, but she had a couple days where she couldn't even be there, and then Jake and Maddie said, well, they could try to feed it while she was away, and it was just becoming a nightmare. And then I discovered a veterinary clinic near me that actually takes wild animals in. So relieved, so I brought it over there with its cage, its heating pad, and not only that, well, first I called them. And I said, would you consider taking a bird like this, and would you break and reset the leg? And they said they would, and I was stunned, but very happy. So happy ending. I brought the bird there, they dealt with it, and they rehabbed it, and happy ending. I felt pretty good about it. But now I know whenever I find a baby bird, I am bringing it there because it is way too much work. For all you bread bakers out there wondering if I am still baking bread, yep, still making bread. Isn't that a thing of beauty? So of course I'm still missing my boy. I see him everywhere, but Sienna has made all the difference in the world because she just keeps me so occupied. I don't have time to think about it all the time, and that would have been the case if she hadn't been here. So it's been wonderful. I had a print framed recently. You remember the artwork that I did of Shadow, the colored pencil drawing? Well, I took my original and I brought it to a framing shop, and I said, do it upright. It's for my boy. So it is ready, and I finally got it. Here it is. I think it came out really nice. I haven't hung it up yet, but it's here. Oh, I know you want to see this girl. Oh, you see how much bigger she is now. You see Sienna. Say hi. Say hi. She's doing really well, aren't you? She was so good today when I took her to the vet. I was really amazed. She wasn't frightened. She was friendly to people. She didn't try to get off the table. She laid right down when we were talking. She didn't even notice when he gave her the shot. Very good. So, yeah. Just a little Sienna update. I need my nose. Yes, I need my nose. Well, that's all I got, folks. Not that much going on. It's all baby time right now, and in between naps, I get a little work done. That's about it. So, it's fine with me. I hope you're all doing well, and I'll see you around for the next one.